One Piece has a lot of great characters, but the anime is not without its unlikable characters. In this video, we will see top 10 most hated characters in One Piece. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button. If you are new here, subscribe for upcoming videos. 10. Rebecca. Rebecca is shown as a strong lead in the series. However, she is not above using underhanded means to get what she wants. For example, she tried to kill Luffy to protect the ones near to her despite not knowing full facts or being biased by her own emotions. 9. Treble. Those who hate Don Quixote Doflamingo should look no further than Treble because he's the reason Donk turned out to be such a cruel person who unleashed upon the earth unspeakable acts of cruelty. When talking of Treble himself, he is violent, sadistic, and rash. He doesn't think before attacking people, and one of his most inhumane acts includes setting dwarves aboard a ship to die. 8. Akainu Sakazuki. The problem with characters like Sakazuki is how they are ideological extremists. He believes in absolute justice and he goes to any means in order to achieve it, no matter how many people are hurt in the process. A bigger problem is how he's infected his subordinates with the same ideology. The irony of it all is how the Marines themselves eventually become exactly like the enemies they were out to kill. 7. Squar. While Squar was right to hate Roger for killing his crew, what he did wrong was to make Roger's son, Ace, make him pay for his father's decisions. Not to mention he let himself be manipulated by Admiral Akainu into hating Whitebeard too. 6. Ace. Ace is a typical shonen character who sexually harasses women and gets away with it because his actions are nothing but jokes. Although Ace may be beloved for his heroic sacrifice and actions toward Luffy and the gang, it does not mean he does not have flaws. He is also brash and impulsive, making decisions that aren't well thought out, as a result of which he and his friends had to pay the price very often. He is also a physically violent person. 5. Hodie Jones. Hodie is exactly how a lazy negative character is written, by giving him as many unlikable character traits as possible. He's loud, arrogant, hypocritical, and has an ego the size of the moon. He's also a hardcore racist. Like his own people, he hates humans and he attacks them every chance he gets. Not to mention how he believes that his race of fish people is the most superior race on the planet. 4. Starry. As a noble from the Goa kingdom, Starry is just like his peers, selfish, arrogant, and self-centered. Anybody who has lesser status and money than him is automatically trash, irrespective of how good a person they are. This is demonstrated when he was rude to Garp despite him being a hero. 3. Wapol. This extremely corrupt, selfish, and spoiled king brought his kingdom to ruins. He never cared for his people and only focused on amassing more power and money. In fact, he was such a terrible king that the moment his kingdom was under attack, he left immediately. He took his soldiers and doctors with himself and left his defenseless subjects to fend for themselves against a formidable army. He also took great pleasure in physically hurting those weaker than himself. 2. Arlong. The One Piece series has a lot of racist characters, which is why it is not surprising to see so many of them on this list. Arlong looks at human beings as inferior to his race, which is why he is completely against the intermingling of these two species. He has a huge temper, which is why it's quite easy to get him rattled. However, his outbursts of anger often result in violent acts, to the point that at one time his crew had to practically drag him away before he burnt an entire town to the ground. 1. Saint Charlos. Charlos is the worst version of Helmeppo. Like his family, he looks down on those who do not have as much wealth or status as him, but what makes him worse is how astonishingly violent and immature his behavior can be. He was infamous among his peers for mounting cruelty upon his slaves just so that he can push them to their brink of suffering, revealing a grossly sadistic side. He also seems to suffer from some sort of inferiority complex which needs him to seek constant validation from his father. So, that's the wrap of top 10 most hated characters in One Piece. How about the list? Do you agree with me? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.